Countdown to Kickoff is presented by Tostitos.
We would like to say a special thanks to Blue Compass RV for their collaboration throughout the postseason. And here at the site of Super Bowl 60 was our spot to get ready this morning. Comfortable and spectacular. Thank you to everyone at Blue Compass RV. And with that, we welcome you back to Super Bowl 60 from the Bay Area, which, of course, for decades has been known as a place where culture and creativity lead to innovation and success, as Wright Thompson, as only he can, explains.
Stretched out ahead of us, the fabulous white city of San Francisco. On her 11 mystic hills, with the blue Pacific and its advancing wall of potato patch fog beyond, and smoke and goldenness in the late afternoon of time. The Grateful Dead's Bob Weir died a few weeks before the Super Bowl arrived in his hometown. Bobby was a devoted fan of his Bay Area teams and loved the communal magic of sports. And his memorial revealed that this place feels vibrant and alive in its musicians and writers, in its sports gods, who in San Francisco exist in memory like warrior poets. Levi Stadium is 43 miles south of 710 Haight Street, a corridor of mystics and inventors. Jack Kerouac and Jerry Garcia, Bill Walsh and Lawrence Ferlinghetti, the birthplace of robber barons and tech gurus. The Bay is where the rules don't exist. Go west, young man, looking up to the stars and never behind the wagon train tumbleweed highway night. This is where America's future has always lived. Tonight we are celebrating the Bay and football, but also America itself. Ginsberg wrote, "San Francisco is a mad city haunted by the wind of freedom." Freedom, city win. Bobby is a hawk. The Super Bowl is the biggest Sunday show of them all. Never miss a Sunday show.
It's been special for everyone to be here all week in and around San Francisco and the environs, and obviously the hills, and so many things that have made this great American city legendary for the longest time. And now here, about 40 minutes away in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium, where tonight it'll be the Seahawks and the Patriots. And it's a unique Super Bowl, certainly based on preseason expectations. These two teams both were 60-1 entering the season to win the Super Bowl, according to DraftKings Sportsbook. The longest preseason odds for each Super Bowl team as far back as we have that information. The winner will be the biggest long shot to win it all since Teddy's 2001 New England Patriots.
There you go, bro.
All back to 2001. Our betting expert, Aaron Dolan, has been with us all year long, and we're going to dive into a few of the fun parlay bets and some of the prop bets that we can put out tonight. But let's start with the most important thing. Aaron, who do you like tonight? Which side of this are you on?
I would lay the 4.5 points with Seattle here. The public likes Seattle, and so do I. And this comes down to the fact that they're a more complete team. If you look at them on offense, they've put up a combined 72 points so far this postseason. Then on defense, that's really going to be the edge for me here. I think that they're going to be able to limit Drake May, especially for an offense that's not been able to put up more than 22 points so far this postseason. Drake May's also been sacked at least 5 times in all 3 of those games. The edge here is the defense for Seattle, and that's why I would lay the points. And plus, on top of that, from a betting perspective, teams that win the Super Bowl are 57-2 against the number all time. So if you like a team to win, it's more than likely that they'll cover as well.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, she's got you covered there. And then the Super Bowl props are always part of the fun of all of this, and we have one for each of the guys here.
Yes, we do.
So let's start by setting up Teddy. Teddy, the last time the Patriots and the Seahawks played, you were the honorary corner coin toss captain.
Yes, I was.
So how does that work? Look at
We have to, it's only right
Are
to
you
start
ready
with
to
him.
play?
All right, heads or tails?
I won that toss, and I won this one, too, right here. I don't know. Did we win that toss? Can't remember. I won. No, we didn't. I will go heads. Give me heads,
You're going
Aaron.
heads.
Yeah, I
Tails
am.
has won 8 of the last 12, but okay.
Tails never fails.
Never fails.
Teddy always
Just like you think the
bucking trend.
Seahawks are going to win, I'm going with heads.
Now we have a field goal related prop that we will set up here. Randy Moss, just to give you an indication, there's literally nothing this man can't do. This was in dress shoes. Look at Randy.
This is a question of will there be a doink?
Well, this is the kick that
That's at elevation.
Any extra point or field goal to
this is the
hit?
kick right here that put me, I'm sorry, this is the kick that put Adam Vinatieri in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But hey, I think that I want the kickers to be accurate today. To answer your question, no, there will not be a
No?
doink. Put it straight through the upright. No doink, Aaron.
All right, well, let's turn it over to you, Alex.
Yep.
Oh, we're going to go yes or no. 2.5 players to pass or to attempt a pass, I should say.
I'm going yes. I'm going to take the over.
Okay, that's
I like
cash
this.
back-to-back
Both
years.
teams this year have had a non-quarterback have a pass attempt. Obviously, if a quarterback gets hurt, this hits. And last year it hit. Kenny Pickett
It
came
did.
in on the lopsided game and hit this. So I like the over. I like yes.
And funny enough, this is the most bet on passing prop on DK out of anything that you could bet today. So it's a very fun one. And then Rex, of course, we got to ask you about the Gatorade bath. Everybody loves this one. Right now, a lot of action coming in on green yellow, which happened last year, of course, when the Eagles won. Go Birds. What color are you liking?
I'm going to go clear. I think it's ice water. I think
Okay, that's a long shot there. 11 to 1.
She said clear. Super Bowl 39. I said
Clear. It's in the market. It's in the
Did
market.
it, Alex. Oh, my God.
That's the long shot. I like it.
I chose clear.
The odds
and I
were-
jumped in on
I'm going
Belichick.
for
It was
some money.
clear.
So 11 to
dude.
1.
11
Let's
to
get it,
1
Rex.
right there.
Did you want to say water or you pick a color? You said clear.
It's clear.
All right, so those just
Clear
a
means
smattering of some of the different prop bets that are available to you. There is also a parlay. We put it together every single week for you. The Super Bowl playbook presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. We hit a big one
Yeah,
on
you guys got
Championship
it.
Sunday.
Yes, we did. Go team.
I'm very proud of the three of us. We hit a 10-1 parlay in the AFC Championship game. So let us stay hot and build our parlay for Super Bowl 60. Aaron, you get us started.
All right, how about Drake May? His longest rush to be 15 or more yards. He's had at least 3 rushes already this postseason of at least 15 yards, which is the most amongst any players. In Seattle, while their defense is really good on paper, they haven't been great at stopping opposing quarterbacks on the ground. We know that Drake May, this guy loves to scramble. I could see him taking off as we've seen so far in this postseason. So we'll take him his longest rush to be 15 or more yards here. Is my
All right, Rex,
All right,
who's
yeah.
going to give me a touchdown
I
prop?
am. I think it's Ramondre Stevenson. Anytime touchdown right here, I think he's going to get down there, and they're not going to rush the quarterback in. They're going to give it to the big back and the big power back, and Ramondre Stevenson finds the end zone.
All right, and then I am going to take one. Randy, I'm looking at you as I make this pick. Rex, you said that sometimes you see at the beginning of the game some guys just ready to play.
Yeah.
I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to be ready to play. I have the over on him, 15 receiving yards in the first quarter. Randy, he had 33 in the first quarter of the NFC Championship game. Will he catch at least 15 yards?
The
in
last
first
time
quarter?
we did this NFC Championship, I didn't like it because of the quarterback that they had for Denver. I'm going to go with y'all. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm going to go with y'all.
All right.
Hell yeah, Randy. That's it.
So we recap our Super Bowl playbook presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. If Drake May has a 15-yard rush attempt, Ramondre Stevenson scores, and JSN has 15 yards receiving in the first quarter, the odds are plus 650. You win $65 on a $10 bet. We cashed on championship weekend, and let's see if we can do it again. As they are getting this building ready, they are getting this area ready, their fans are getting ready, they'll be making their way in soon. It's Super Bowl 60, and we're counting it down with you on ESPN.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up. This is Super Bowl Sunday.
The Pats are back. Drake May could become the youngest QB to ever win a Super Bowl today. He takes us back to where it all started.
That's kind of the dream I had as a kid. I can remember, watching the Super Bowl and watching quarterbacks host up the trophy and be like, man, as a kid, that looks pretty sweet.
Plus, Teddy goes all access with his former teammate Mike Vrabel before the big game.
We've checked a lot of boxes. Whatever we'll need
you guys have done.
And I've got a Super Bowl edition of
You got Moss. You got Moss.
the best catches in the history of the Super Bowl. And Alex goes all access with Sam Darnold on his journey after 5 teams, and now the Super Bowl.
This is kind of the psycho mentality that I had even when I was younger, is like, I knew at some point like this would pay off.
All that more coming up.
This is Super Bowl Sunday.
This is Super Bowl Sunday.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
And a reminder on DraftKings Sportsbook, new customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins, and 1 month of ESPN on us. Download the app and use the promo code COUNTDOWN when you sign up.
Super.
Guys, you know what's tonight after the Super Bowl? NFL primetime. It's on ESPN and the ESPN app. Boomer, Booger, and Alex live from the field at Levi Stadium with all the highlights and interviews.
I'm good.
You're not going to babysit your way to the Super Bowl if you're Sam Darnold.
Sam out of the shotgun.
But the message is keep being you.
Looks.
That's just it. It's just being me.
Steps. Throws.
He's our quarterback.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Don't say nothing about our quarterback.
You know, we believe in him. The building believe in him. The city believe in him. You know, it's awesome to run out on the field with him.
Preparing the right way, doing everything that I need to do to put myself in a good headspace and letting it rip and not looking back.
You know the story. Sam Darnold on his 5th different team. He'll be the 3rd quarterback ever to start on his 5th team or later in a Super Bowl. The others are Chris Chandler and Earl Morrall, who both lost, meaning Darnold could be the first quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl playing on his 5th team. And then, Schefter, you never know which quarterback could become the next Sam Darnold. So let's get some sense of what the QB carousel will look like during the upcoming offseason.
All right, Gurney, here are some of the quarterback names to watch this offseason, and we'll start with the Arizona Cardinals quarterback, Kyler Murray, who many people have expected to move on. The Cardinals have a new head coach in Mike LaFleur. Arizona will explore a trade for Kyler Murray. Releasing him would create a huge cap hit of nearly $55 million, and there are people across the league who believe the Cardinals will be able to trade Kyler Murray this offseason. It's going to be more difficult to trade Tua Tagovailoa due to his contract. The Dolphins are open to bringing him back, open to trading him. Don't know what to do with him just quite yet. With the new head coach there, Jeff Hafley, releasing him will create a $99 million dead cap hit. So there's a serious financial issue with Tua Tagovailoa that the Dolphins are going to have to figure out a way to address this offseason. One quarterback who's not expected to be available this offseason is Mac Jones. The 49ers have no plans to trade him. It doesn't mean that some other team couldn't make a huge offer, but San Francisco fully intends to bring back Mac Jones to back up Brock Purdy and have both quarterbacks on their roster moving forward into the 2026 season. One quarterback who's not expected to be back in Atlanta is Kirk Cousins. The Falcons plan to release him before March 11th. They restructured his contract with the idea that they could move on from him. Cousins still has to decide whether he wants to play, go into TV, retire, what he wants to do next, but it certainly seems like he'll be moving on from Atlanta. And maybe the most sought-after free agent quarterback out there this offseason is expected to be the Packers free agent quarterback Malik Willis. The one certainty is he's not likely to return to Green Bay. He could wind up in Arizona with Matt LaFleur's brother Mike as the head coach. He could wind up in Miami with the Dolphins. He could wind up in Pittsburgh. There are a lot of places where Malik Willis would fit in, and somebody is going to give him a chance this offseason. He looks like right now he could be the most attractive free agent quarterback out there.
Yeah, certainly something to keep an eye on, obviously, all through this offseason. Rex, is the one that intrigues you the most out of that group?
I think Shefty's right. I think Malik Willis. And look, when he came out of college, Liberty, he went to Tennessee. I never really saw it from when he went there, but when he went to Green Bay, my gosh, this guy has really taken some steps. and you have the athleticism that he has, the arm talent that he has. I think he's a guy that's going to be on the radar of a lot of teams.
It's also the most prevalent offensive system in the NFL. This Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay tree is enormous. He just spent 2 years in this system. Does he spit out and land in it, right? We saw him flourish in it. Wouldn't be surprised if he stays there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want to discount. All this talk is because of Sam Darnold and the story that he had. How rare this is with Sam Darnold. I don't know if that's going to happen again anytime soon.
Maybe not something quite like that, but we've seen guys like Baker Mayfield and others in multiple stops and have at least some success. So we'll see if one of these players is able to do it one way or another. But getting back onto the field for this game, there are key players on both teams who played their college football at schools from outside the Power Four conferences. Cooper Kupp is one of them, went to Eastern Washington. Rashid Shaheed went to Weber State. The Patriots, Milton Williams was drafted out of Louisiana Tech in 2021. And just about 40 miles north of where we are sitting right now, there's another small school with a very special story. Laney College has many NFL alumni, and as we know, football offers enormous opportunity and changes lives, especially through the lessons learned and the special bond that can happen between players and coaches. There was one man, as Kimberly Martin tells us, in Oakland, who changed countless lives through his commitment to his players and to his city.
And I'm set.
So, can you tell me about November 13th, 2025?
Do you want to? November 13th was the worst day of my life.
Breaking news right now out of Laney College. One person has been shot. Sources say it is former head coach John Beam.
I always knew who Beam was. You always know who those mentors and those names are that help kids out around Oakland.
This is Laney built, man. No silver spoons.
Legacy entails leaving an imprint on a life or an entire community.
2 claps. Ready?
It's defined by the seeds you've planted, the guidance given.
What's up, man? How you doing, baby?
Coach John Beam's indelible mark is felt throughout Oakland, but it's not relegated solely to a football field.
We know what he meant to not just the football culture of Oakland, but the culture of Oakland that's real, and he represent that motherfucker like none other.
You better come strong, you come to the town.
Before the world witnessed Beam as the fiery Laney College coach from the critically acclaimed Last Chance U docuseries, Beam was a titan in his community, serving as football coach and athletic director at Skyline High School more than 40 years ago.
We have a living icon in our particular studio. I'm talking about the living legend himself, Coach John Beam. How's it going?
Thanks a lot, Mark. How's it going?
Skyline High School, 1982. Coach Beam was that guy that impacted a lot of us in our lives.
It is one male I can say has been there for me, Coach Beam was there.
1, 2, 3.
We'll pick it up a little bit more today.
Keep coming, keep coming.
He built Titan Pride. He was sending probably average 4 or 5 kids a year getting scholarships from his football programs.
Way to show some pride out there.
I couldn't stand him because he had a winning culture up there on that hill. All the times we had played against him, they done spanked us.
Let's try to get to the outside.
They got too much speed.
Jarris Wilkinson played for New York Giants. He won the Super Bowl. We have Devon Best, played wide receiver for Miami Dolphins. Will Blackwell played in the NFL, along with John Fisher. This is the legacy of Skyline High School and Coach Beam. The fruit of his labor is going to be here forever.
after dominating the competition in the 90s and early 2000s, winning 15 Oakland Athletic League titles in 17 years. Beam joined the Laney College coaching staff as an assistant in 2004. In 2012, he became head coach.
That's it! The Laney College Eagles are the 2018 state champions.
Our football programs were vastly different than the stories that had been told in previous seasons of Last Chance U. We knew that we were the best chance for our students.
We're trying to create champions in life. He wants us to raise these young men to become fathers. He wants to be at their weddings. He wants to be at their graduation. And you can kind of feel that father figure coming on.
Part coach, part parent, Beam helped shepherd players through athletics at Laney, even guiding some to the NFL. Like Bears cornerback, Nashawn Wright.
Beam did everything that a father would do for their son or someone they cared about. Beam made it a priority to make sure we were all right. He didn't give up on me. He wouldn't allow us to fail.
Wright would need that support. In 2017, his father, Jamal Wright, a Navy veteran, was shot and killed trying to break up a bar fight.
They told me my dad didn't make it. It hurt me, still hurts. A few days later, Beam showed up. He was just like, "What would your dad want for you?" Beam was probably the one who I would give a lot of the credit to in terms of me being where I'm at today.
Wright made it to the NFL in 2021. And every week, like clockwork, Beam touched base by phone to check on him.
Dick, what's up, baby? Just hot checking in.
I think not having our father and him being there, I think I just gravitated towards him more than anyone else, just in terms of someone I can call and just voice my frustrations or tell him the good things that were going on in my life.
There was just a storm. It was incredibly windy, incredibly rainy. And I get a call, just screaming. Something happened to your dad. Call your mom. Something happened to your dad. I just knew from that call that everything was going to change.
On November 13th, a 27-year-old male was on the second floor of the Laney College Athletic Fieldhouse and shot John Beam. He was pronounced dead the next morning. The investigation is ongoing.
We spoke literally the night before his passing. For me, losing two of the father figures in my life to gun violence was mind-boggling. Like, I definitely missed those conversations for sure.
2 days after Beam's death, Wright honored his college coach the best he could.
Four-man rush. McCarthy gonna loft it down the left side. He's got Allison up in the air, and the pass is intercepted in the end zone. Nashawn Wright, baby, he did it again.
When I ran off the field, I did this thing that Beam always does. Just let Beam know I'm thinking about him.
Part of why we're all hurting is because we're missing what he brought.
All right, look at me. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Come on now. Come on. Come on. We good. We good. We good.
That was his purpose. Like, he wanted to serve his community. Beam is definitely the godfather of Oakland for sure.
My loyalties to this community, they've given me more than I've ever given them. They gave me a place to belong. They gave me a place where, you know, I was valued as a human being. Oakland gave that to me.
Kimberly Martin with a remarkable and beautiful story that took place not so far from here. Obviously the most tragic of endings, but all of the meaning that we talk about in this game and all of the right ways to go about doing it obviously exemplified there.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm lucky enough to live in the Bay Area. John Beam is a legend in the Oakland East Bay community here. a guy that had real impact on his community, right? Changing lives. Obviously a tragic end to his life. Unbelievable to be able to tell his story and his impact, though, that he had on his community, right?
I think Kimberly said it best when she said, part coach, part parent. It's what these coaches are to us, especially growing up along high school level and the early college level. We need father figures because we've all come from such different backgrounds. I remember the father figures that I had, and just seeing the impact that Coach Beam has had on men. Because football does one thing, and it's guaranteed to do one thing. It's going to put you to the test. Through adversity, you're going to be in tough situations, and how those coaches/parents like Coach Beam love you through those tough times. That was obviously a beautiful story, and he's going to be greatly missed.
You want to leave a mark.
That father figure you was talking about, Brewski, a lot of young kids on that level, need that, and that's what Coach Beam wants. So just sending our love and condolences out to the families and players, affected.
For certain. Again, a story that took place not so far from here. We'll pause briefly on that thought as we prepare here in the Bay Area for this night of celebration. We'll continue counting it down to Super Bowl 60 in just a moment on ESPN.
Welcome back to Postseason NFL Countdown, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
The only reason we're going to the Super Bowl is because of him.
I got another opportunity to show the world and myself what I can do.
Patriots are used to winning. Everything falls on me.
Two teams built on new foundations with entirely different philosophies. New England, a dynasty not just reborn.
It's a new era that we're trying to build.
We're all we got! We're all we need! The Seahawks step from the shadows and embrace their dark side.
I think we play with a certain style, like our hair's on fire.
He gets it! He goes down! A journey from doubt to dominance. Arriving on the battlefield that demands everything.
Just try to do what we can as a team and what we are now.
Come on, boys! Let's go!
We said we're going to come here with one mission.
He's caught!
He gets the strand and brings it down! Everything you got, man. You playing for something. Let's go!
One final march to glory. Yo, boys, ready? For the Super Bowl, baby!
We are less than 6 hours from kickoff of Super Bowl 60 right here in Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara, California. You can see it is a sunny day. There's a bit of wind blowing through. Alex Smith tells me that is normal conditions for the quarterbacks and kickers. Here you can see they're getting the field ready, doing the last-minute adjustments ahead of tonight's game between the Patriots and Seahawks. If that sounds familiar to you, it is because these teams have met in the Super Bowl. Back in Super Bowl 49, one of the most famous finishes in Super Bowl history. Third quarter, Bobby Wagner undercutting Rob Gronkowski for an interception, setting up the Seahawks at the 4. Doug Baldwin. Seahawks take a 10-point third quarter lead. How many points is that, Richard? Oh, yes, they have 24-14. Same score, fourth quarter.
They're feeling confident.
Here comes the turnaround, and it starts with Danny Amendola.
Yeah, Amendola, just such a huge playoff Amendola is what they call him. This guy came through in the biggest of games, touchdown.
That made it a 3-point game later in the fourth. New England back in the red zone, and this time it's Julian Edelman on the other end of it. 28-24 Patriots.
Little whip route right there, guys.
Such a tough player. Here comes that humble pie.
But Seattle gets it back. Here it comes. Jermaine Kearse. Randy, the tragedy is that this isn't remembered because of the way the game ends as one of the great catches of all time.
Yes, it is one of the great catches of all time other than David Tyree. Hey, Mr. Kearse, I hope all is well, my man.
He makes that catch. Tom Brady can't believe what he's seeing because the Seahawks are set up. All they need to do is give it to Marshawn Lynch, and he's going to take it in for the score. So here he is on
great play by Hightower right there. Goes tackle him to go half a yard short. What a play by the linebacker. I see a high.
Bill Belichick did not use timeouts there, which was surprising. Perhaps somehow he knew this was going to happen. Maybe the most famous play in Super Bowl history. Russell Wilson intercepted by Malcolm Butler.
And there was goal line, 3 corners. That was the call. Malcolm Butler. Brandon Browner with a great jam at the line of scrimmage, and then the play. Why they didn't give the beast mode, I don't know, and I don't care. But that was a great play, defensive play of the Super Bowl history. Gotta be.
Patriots winning their 4th Lombardi on that night, 28-24. They've won 2 more since to tie the Steelers for most in NFL history. A win tonight would make New England the first team with 7 Lombardi trophies. The Patriots' 12 Super Bowl appearances, including this one, are already 4 more than any other team. And Sal Paolantonio has been with these New England Patriots embedded all week long. And so as we finally reach game day, how would you give us a sense of the feeling around this team as this week has gone on, Sal?
Well, Michael, the confidence has grown around this team as they've seen Drake May, the semifinalist, runner-up, if you will, for the MVP in the National Football League, the heir apparent to Tom Brady here with the New England Patriots. He's gotten better and better as the week has gone on. Full participant in practice on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. But remember, he had 5 turnovers in the postseason, none in the AFC Championship game, hurt his shoulder late in the AFC Championship game. So when I caught up with Mike Vrabel, I asked him, what will be your final message to Drake May? Listen to this.
Not that that's going to be a message to him. It's more or less our offense and about how we need to, be able to create some of these X plays, to be able to move the explosive gains. Yeah. And it's something that we did a really good job of during the season, and that's kind of disappeared these last couple weeks. So whether that's the defensive we played, the conditions in Denver, but for us to win this football game, we're going to have to be able to create some of those 15, 20-yard plus gains.
Now, you listen to Mike Vrabel there, and it's obvious they want to get some explosive plays, and they will throw the ball on first down. You look at the profile of Drake May throwing the ball on first down, 70% completion percentage on first down, best of any quarterback with at least 100 attempts in the last 40 years, with 16 touchdown passes, no interceptions on first down. On the flip side, you look at the defense, and when I talk to the inside linebackers coach, Zach Kerr, who calls the defensive signals this week, I said, what will your message be to your team? He said the same message from the first day we got into off-season training program back in April. Play with violence. Play violently, Greeny.
Sal, obviously that makes sense. And while the Seahawks defense has gotten so much attention coming into this game, obviously the Patriots are here because of their defense as well. And you were saying last night, Teddy, there's no doubt in your mind what their number one priority is. All the attention on Sam Darnold, but what's the number one priority for that Patriot defense tonight?
I think it'll start absolutely with stopping the run, because Kenneth Walker is a threat. This guy's an explosive player. Vrabel talked about the explosive plays on their offense, but this guy gets it done. You've got to set the edge and keep the edge here, because this guy will bait you. He is so good at hinting inside and then bam, exploding outside like this. You see everybody is compressing the inside. They think it's coming. He has got the speed to get outside. He wants to circle you up. He'll try you inside. He'll peek. He'll put the bait out there just like that, and then that cut is straight to the sideline. And you may have the edge, but you got to keep the edge and set it and keep it, because he'll get out there. If you let him outside, that's where they're going to get 15, 20, 25 quick, just like that. First stop the run. Kenneth Walker's the main guy they have to.
And let me be able to piggyback off of you there, Teddy Bruschi, talking about the run game for the Seattle Seahawks and why it's important to me. Put the game in Sam Darnold's hands with his arm. And the reason why on first downs in this postseason, one thing they've been doing, 5 yards a run on first down. So, big fella, you're talking about second and short, second and medium. Any offense right now can definitely convert into a first down. So I think them being able to take the ball out of Kenneth Walker's hand, definitely on first down, because that's been making hay, and it's easier for the play action the game on second and manageable. So to me, put the game in Sam Darnold's hand for 4 quarters, even on first down.
For me, I think everybody is sleeping on this Patriots defense. For 2 weeks, all we've been talking about is this Seattle D, dark side defense. We just did a feature on it. Like, let's not forget, this Patriots defense is elite They were 4th best in the NFL in scoring. But the truth is, when Milton Williams and Christian Gonzalez are on the field, they're undefeated. 11 times this year they held opponents under 20 points. Guess what the record was? 11-0, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's a strong chance that if they win today, that's the recipe. That this defense steps up big. Again, they've been underestimating them. A lot of talk about their strength of schedule, the teams that they played.
Yeah.
But again, I think they are dominant, and it starts with those two guys up front.
There's no question. And Milton Williams made a big difference in last year's Super Bowl, right? And he comes over here and brings a lot of presence into the interior of that. Zach Kerr talking about his defense playing violent. I think he's been coaching violent. They've been upping the pressure in the postseason. They've been getting after quarterbacks. They've slanted the front. Milton Williams is having a monstrous postseason as well. I love what I'm seeing from Zach Kerr and the Patriots defense. The multiplicity of looks. They're bringing zero. They're showing zero. They're bailing out. They're doing a lot of good things structurally as well.
You know, you brought up the cornerback, Christian Gonzalez. I'm very concerned about the secondary for the New England Patriots. The reason why how I started this game out, you got Carlton Davis on one side, you got Christian Gonzalez on the other. If I'm in the biggest game of the year, Christian Gonzalez, you're the #1 quarterback. I want to see if they're going to follow JSN all over this field. Why? Because how productive. We always talk week in and week out about a wide receiver. His production on the outside of the numbers opposed to the inside of the defense, linebackers and safety. So I just want to see how they're going to play a guy like JSN, because no matter where you put him, you have to account for him. I just want to see if this defense can do it.
So, Green, there's the two parts right there, okay? Like we were talking about last night, Kenneth Walker, 70 yards or less, all right? Don't let him outside, set the edge, limit him. Then it's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Okay, take care of him because Sam loves to throw it to him. And then you got Sam Darnold. And also, we talk about Drake May, the young kid, and how he's going to handle the stage, but also Sam in a place that he's never been, the biggest place he's never been. When he starts to feel a little bit of pressure, how will he react?
And also the 2 weeks to prepare. I mean, it gives you time to put in unscouted looks, different exotic looks, right? You get a plan for JSN. You can give Sam different looks on the back end to confuse him. Don't forget that. I mean, again, these coaches have been here once or twice on the Patriots side. They'll have a plan today for JSN.
Plan. I'm glad you said the plan for JSN. Did you see the plan that the Los Angeles Rams have for JSN? They played them twice a year, and it still didn't work. So, like I said, I'm anxious to see, because if Christian Gonzalez can cover this man for 4 quarters, go wherever he goes, I love the Patriots in this game, but it'd be a tough cover.
Yeah, and Kels, the last thing, just piggybacking off you, Zach Kerr, they absolutely love what he's done. I mean, Robert Spillane told me himself just how confident he is in everything that defensive coordinator's doing for him. The linebacker coach, of course, that took over for Terrell Williams, but Zach Kerr, they absolutely love the job he's done.
And just you mentioned quickly there, and Jason, you have experience with this, the extra week of preparation, the extra time in halftime. There were so many things about this game that make it different from any other that you normally have, the challenges that can present on either side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they have experience with it on the coaching staff on New England, and they are, I guarantee, I mean, they were playing Bad Bunny throughout the week, right? They're making these guys ready to go on game day. And this second week is a lot of reinstalling everything they did the first week. So you can be more aggressive in what you're putting in that first week, right? Because you're going to get a second time to rep it against other looks and to get more comfortable with it. We put in, I think, Philly special 3 weeks before we ended up running it. You know what I mean? Now they've had some reps of these plays. They'll be more comfortable running some of these more exotics.
So the 30 for 30 on that the other night was great fun to watch. Coming up, Mike Vrabel has his team in the Super Bowl, turning a last-place team into a Super Bowl team today. Adam Schefter has the latest on the coaching news and the coaching hires that we will see out there, as Shefty will rejoin the conversation in just a moment. Where will they have these different places? Again, it's Mike Vrabel who has brought this team where it is now, and some of these new faces will be in new places. We will see which one of them might be here next season. Plus, the moment all players fight for to lift that shiny Lombardi trophy. The best stars ever tell us what they see in the reflection of the prize.
Reflection, but you see the team. You see what we were able to accomplish.